What up guys, it's your boy Snow and we are back again for another World Zero video to talk about the good and the bad things about the demon class. But before we get started, make sure that you've already frozen that thumbs up button, and of course I'm inviting y'all to be part of our 70k squad. Smash that subscribe button to be more awesome. If you're already reached the World 5, I'm pretty sure that getting the Demon class would be one of your priority or probably one of the first thing that you want to do. You'll also see maybe 80% of the players on World 5 are rocking the Demon class, which leads to the question, is it really that good? I'm gonna make this review fair, so we will talk about the advantages and disadvantages of being a demon. And of course, how will the class fit a certain playstyle or probably a certain situation. Let's start with the advantages. For the very first one, that's gonna be its survivability. Demon class has a lifesteal ability, which means you can heal yourself up. Of course, your lifesteal would not heal yourself to full HP instantly, but it will be enough to sustain most of the boss's attacks, especially on the tower. Having the ability to heal yourself while dealing damage is the best attribute of being a demon, which means you do not really need to rely on your team's healer most of the time. You can just also confidently equip a pet that has a DPS skill instead of equipping those pets that has a shield or a heal. Let me just remind you that your ability to heal yourself, aka your lifesteal, depends on your DPS as well, and also on what perks you have. The higher DPS, the more HP per second you will get. Not mentioning the fact that your ultimate skill boosts not only your DPS but also your lifesteal, which makes this class really durable. Second good thing about a demon class is its versatility and range. Hitting your target without getting close to it means you will less likely get any damage. It also has the auto-targeting mechanics, which allows you not to miss those mobs. You can also set your attacks depending on the situation. You can either set your attacks to single target for higher DPS, which is good for bosses or probably those golems, or multi-target for multiple squishy mobs. Having the ability to do this lets you to be in control of whatever situation you're at. Last and final one, that would be its basic attack. Who doesn't want speed? Who doesn't want fast attack? Its basic attack is fast, giving you the feel of not wasting any single second to deal damage over time. Its basic attack also has a little bit of extra range, so you don't really need to always kiss your enemies all the time. That means it is less riskier for you to deal damage over the time, especially when you are at the boss, compared to other classes like the dual wielder or the berserker. While those three things that I mentioned were the good things, it's now about time for its bad side, and one big downside of being a demon is none other than its damage itself. Demon survivability comes with a price, and that would be your damage. Demon's damage is fairly low compared to other DPS type classes, and it also doesn't have a burst damage in general. Yes, your lifesteal skill can deal burst damage, but if you will compare it to other class skills, you will see that it is indeed very low. Its ultimate is also underwhelming, even though it gives a boost on your DPS and lifestealing ability. Basically, being a demon is about killing your enemies slowly but surely. Slowly because you do not have any burst damage, and surely because you are healing yourself up while doing damage. Next disadvantage that we're going to mention is its first skill, or the letter E skill. Yes, I mentioned it earlier that having something to switch from single target to multi-target is cool and very versatile, but since it is one of its three main skills, excluding its ultimate, in my opinion, it was just a waste of skill. It could have been another DPS skill to have another source of DPS, but hey, the developer decided to make the targeting switch as one of its main skill. Again, I'm saying that the demon class DPS is fairly low if you will compare it to other DPS, but that doesn't mean that the DPS is really bad. For the next one, that would be its difficulty. Take note that this is not for everyone, or this is not a problem for everyone, but I'm sure that there are players out there who are having a hard time on mastering the demon class. This is mainly because of its targeting modes that many players seem to always forget, or probably they just really don't care about it, but I've seen it so many times that a demon user has his multi-target on even while fighting bosses. Just imagine that, guys. A demon class DPS is already low. What more if you will rock the boss while your multi-targeting is on? Pretty sure if bosses can just laugh, they would probably die laughing instead, because what your demon is doing is basically just tickling them. Now, with all those good and bad things that we have discussed about a demon class, the question now is it good or bad? Honestly, I must say that it is fairly balanced. This class fits those players who like to spam and not dodge because, as we have mentioned earlier, this class can heal itself up. You do not really need to rely on other players healing you, and basically using this class has a lesser risk of you dying and not getting any loot, especially if you are in the tower. I still think that the DPS of this class is very low because I am considering this class as a tier 3 class, so in my opinion, I think it's just okay for it to be a little bit more OP compared to the tier 2 classes, but hey, this is the only tier 3 classes, and if they will do that, then all of the players will just be a demon instead. Again, this class fits players who just want to chill while grinding, but still want to be a DPS, and also for those who doesn't want to have a high risk of dying while playing DPS. By the way, just an additional input, if you are planning to spend 800 Robux to buy this class before even reaching level 60, I would suggest for you guys not to, because tier 1 and tier 2 classes would be way better than Demon. Well, not really way better, but they can also do the job properly, especially if you are going solo, so probably just choose the pet. Which one do you think you need? If you need a more DPS, then just get a pet with the DPS skill. If you're always dying, then just get a defensive pet. Anyway, what about you guys? Are you Demon class at the moment? Let me know your thoughts about this class down in the comment section below. And if you think that this video is cool, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again on the next one. Stay cold. Peace out.